So, I got this post on Twitter. Brian Aspinall's in Mexico, and Blockbreaker says, "Who wants to build this?" So I look it up, and they're describing Il Castillo. So I put my hand up, and Blockbreaker says, "Let go." So this is Il Castillo. So it's not a traditional pyramid; it's pretty asymmetrical. That's what I managed to do, and I didn't do it by hand. I did it in code. So I thought, why don't we try Codebreaker Chat and see if Codebreaker Chat can tell us how to write this kind of code. So I said, make Minecraft code to build Chichen Itza. And it tried to do that. I copied the code. I brought it into this flat world, pasted it, but then it had a whole bunch of errors. So problems, and so it turns out AI was maybe not the best solution. So I started to do the work myself. So my rationale was maybe it will use the builder. The builder will place a mark, and then the builder will move length, width, and height a certain defined distance. So length, width, and height will give me one section of a pyramid. And then my thinking after that, when I have one section of a pyramid, why don't we try to do a repeat loop? So each section of the pyramid will get smaller. So here's me running the code. So I told it to fill from the mark with andesite. Then I just said run, and there we go, one block. So we're 1/10 of the way up a pyramid. But now let's try to repeat that code 3 times. And each time the iteration will get smaller. Oh, that's not right. So the problem is that it's not centralized. So what I figured out is if the builder built from me to place a mark, but the mark would go halfway through the length and halfway through the width. So that would be from center to the edge. And then it would move the full length and the full width backwards. So hard to describe, but the math of that does work out. That is a triangle. So obviously, if I repeat that 3 times, should work. So let's give it a go. So I found a nice flat spot. I said run. And let's see our pyramid. Oh yeah, I kept getting teleported. I had to teleport myself out of the center of the pyramid because I used myself as the center. So a lot of my pyramids were a little janky, and I didn't like how they were kind of organizing themselves. But I finally got a pyramid, traditional pyramid, to stack 10 in a row. But stacking 10 in a row is not enough. I need this thing to build stairs. So that was next. I had to teach the agent to build the stairs instead of the builder because the agent can build while moving. The builder can only build in blocks, as far as I know. Maybe I don't know how. So I got him to build some stairs. He started tearing stairs into the existing pyramids. They were not really the kind of stairs I wanted. And then I was teaching him to teleport. So teleporting from me at the center to the edge of the pyramid. Oh, he did that one backwards. But I just had to tell him to move back instead of forward. And then he moved into the pyramid like this. That way we get 4 sides all coming out of the pyramid. And finally I got the top on, and that's the finished product. The code that runs there, I'll show you in a second, manages to make a pyramid with a top and a set of 4 stairs on each side. So I started with the top. That's the top left code there. That makes that little cap at the top. Then I built the pyramid casually, and then I built the stairs. So here are all of my iterations, a whole bunch of tries where I made pyramids but failed. And you can see it takes me so many pyramids to make one that I like. And I have a theory that maybe the ancient Egyptians were just building pyramids because they didn't like how they turned out, and they just kept going until they found one they liked, and that took a lifetime. We can look at some of these errors, caps that didn't work properly, or pyramids that had the white top but the cap didn't appear. Some of my pyramids had very big top areas, and I couldn't get them to have the same cap each time. So that actually took quite a while to make work. And then you'll see here are some pyramids where I succeeded with the stairs, and I was trying to iterate to have better caps. That's the pyramid that I cut up with 100 different examples of stairs, trying to find some kind of code that would make the stairs cut through evenly. I'm not sure why those ones have a big central spike on them. It's an interesting, probably somewhere in the math. So I built something like 15 pyramids, and I'm hoping that satisfies Block Breaker's expectation. They said, let's do it, and we built as many as we could in an area.